So welcome guys, welcome to our geological zone. Now our today's topic is karst topography. It's a very important topic for semester point of view as well as your entrances. Now today we'll deal with the concept of karst topography. So what is the meaning of karst? First we'll deal with the concept of karst, then topography. Karst. Now the term karst, the origin of karst is kras. Kras. So kras, what is the meaning of kras? Kras is a plateau. Plateau. In Yugoslavia, we call it in Yugoslavia. Now the kras means it's a barren land. Barren land. Barren land means the land is not suitable for the vegetation. Okay, we called it a barren land. Now for karst topography, the agent is applicable, means you know that in aeolian environment we discussed about wind is the agent applicable for aeolian environment, water is the agent applicable for fluvial environment, and for karst topography the groundwater is applicable. Means for karst topography the agent applicable for karst topography is groundwater. So what is the meaning of groundwater? First we'll deal with the groundwater. What is the meaning of groundwater? So the water beneath the surface. The water beneath the surface. The water beneath the surface, we called it a groundwater. We called it a groundwater. So what is the difference between groundwater and surface water? So the water beneath the surface called as groundwater, and water on the surface we called it a surface water. So there is a big difference in surface water and groundwater. For karst topography the groundwater is must. Means for karst topography the groundwater act as a agent. Now there are different landforms created by karst topography. Number one, it's erosional landform, and second one, it's depositional landform. Erosional landforms and depositional landforms. Erosional and depositional landforms created by groundwater. Okay. Now before deal with the erosional and depositional landform, first we'll deal with the lithology. Which type of lithology applicable for karst topography? Means for karst topography there are different types of rocks applicable, or that rocks act as a origin. Means the lithology applicable for karst topography, we called it say groundwater landforms. Now lithology means which type of rocks applicable for karst topography. So there are different rocks like you know that the limestone, we called it say limestone topography also. Limestone topography. So limestone is applicable, Dolostones and gypsum. Means a area having limestone or Dolostone or gypsum, that type of area applicable or favorable for karst topography. Now there is a presence of limestone, Dolostones and gypsum. So all are applicable for karst topography. Means this is very applicable, like limestone means the composition is CaCO3. CaCO3 means there is a calcium. Dolostone, dolomite, it's having Mg plus Ca. So there is CaCO3, there is Mg plus Ca. Okay, so there is a more composition, more content of magnesium than calcium. And in gypsum, it's having CaSO4 twice H2O. The composition of gypsum is CaSO4 twice H2O, means limestone having calcium, dolostones having calcium, as well as gypsum also having calcium. That's why that all rocks applicable for karst topography. Now, karst topography is depends on the heavy rainfall, because in heavy rainfall, you know that we'll deal with the experimental cases like this is a sky, and sky there is a precipitation of water. There is a precipitation, continuous precipitation of water. We call it a rainfall. We call it a rainfall or precipitation. Okay. Now you know that in heavy rain, the composition of rain means it having H2O plus CO2, means H2O and CO2 it's react, means H2O it's water plus carbon dioxide, it's water plus carbon dioxide. So there is a mixture of water and carbon dioxide, there is a formation of H2CO3. There is a formation of H2CO3, means H2O react with carbon dioxide, water react with carbon dioxide, there is a formation of H2CO3, we called it a carbonic acid. We called it a carbonic acid. In chemistry, you know that there are number of acids like CH3COOH. What is this? CH3COOH is carboxylic acid. Now, in case of karst topography, the carbonic acid is applicable, and carbonic acid formed by the different reactants like H2O plus CO2, means there is a formation of H2CO3. So, what is the role of H2CO3 in karst topography? Obviously, there is a big role. There is a big role of H2CO3, means carbonic acid, for the formation of karst landforms or groundwater landforms. So carbonic acid. Now we'll deal with the lithology, because we use in lithology limestone is applicable, dolostone is applicable, gypsum is applicable, means that all types of rock having more percentage of calcium. More percentage of calcium, and calcium is reactive. Now we'll deal with the exposure. We'll deal with the exposure, and there is a limestone. We consider there is a presence of limestone. So limestone, the symbol of limestone is looking like a brick, and you know the structure of brick. Okay. Now you will consider there is a limestone. Okay. Now on that there are different plants, there is a vegetation. Okay, so obviously you know that plants having roots. Okay, so it having roots, and that roots affect to the rock, rocks, and there is a formation of fractures just because of weakness, means roots affect the rock and there is a formation of different fractures. So what is the role of fracture or joints in case of karst topography? So that carbonic acid affect to limestone, means that carbonic acid affect to limestone, and that carbonic acid affect to limestone. After that there is a formation of solution, means carbonic acid plus CaCO3. If there is limestone, then H2CO3 react with CaCO3, means H2CO3 its carbonic acid react with limestone. If there is limestone, otherwise we use the composition of gypsum. If there is gypsum, we use CaSO4 twice H2. Okay. Now carbonic acid react with limestone. Carbonic acid react with limestone, and there are some fractures. Means there is a mixture of carbonic acid and limestone. So there is a mixture of carbonic acid and limestone, there is a reaction takes place, and that reaction produce solution. And that solution, dry solution, we called it's a stalactite. Means That is, stalactite comes from the ceiling. Stalactite comes from the ceiling. After that, there is a continuous dropping of solution. After that, there is a continuous dropping of solution, and that drops create a depositional structure like these, and that depositional structure we called it a stalagmite. So it's very simple. Stalactite, stalagmite, stalactite comes from the ceiling and stalagmite comes from the floor, bottom floor. Means stalagmite depends on stalactite. It's a very simple procedure. Stalagmite depends on stalactite, that droppings applicable for the formation of stalagmite. And in between that there is a formation of columns, different columns. Okay. Now there is a formation of stalactite and stalagmite. Stalactite and stalagmite act as the depositional features or depositional landforms created by groundwater. Now there is a formation of cave. That cave we call it stalactite stalagmite caves. That caves we called it's a stalactite stalagmite caves. Now you know that for soil, for the study of soil, natural soil, we call it pedology. So pedology coined by Vasily Dokachu, you know that. Like that, in case of caves, you will deal with the natural caves. We call it a speleology. Means speleology is a branch applicable for the study of natural caves. Okay, so the branch speleology. So in speleology we'll deal with the natural caves. We'll deal with the natural caves. So these are the different landforms created by groundwater, like stalactite and stalagmite. Now this is about the depositional features. Okay, these are the different depositional features. You know that in our heading we use karst topography, but karst topography having erosional as well as depositional landforms. So erosional landforms created by the erosion. Okay, now depositional landforms created by deposition, means there is an accumulation. So erosion then deposition, means you know very well about the erosion and deposition. Deposition depends on erosion. If transported material move from one place to another place, we call it weathered product, and weathered product move from one place to another place, we call it erosion and transportation. Now in case of deposition, there is an accumulation of sediment comes from the location number 1. Now this is about the erosion and deposition. Now different locations of stalactite and stalagmite. But before locations, first we'll deal with what are the different erosional landforms created by groundwater. Because any agent like wind, water, ice and groundwater, all agents create erosional and depositional landforms. Means it's having both landforms. It creates both landform, like erosional landform and depositional landform. So erosional landforms, there are different examples of erosional landform created by karst, means it's groundwater. Now erosional landform number 1, it's lapids, ponors, polges, sinkholes, means lapids, ponors, polges, sinkhole and karst valley. So these are the different erosional structures or different erosional landforms created by groundwater. Now in case of deposition, there are different depositional landforms created by karst or groundwater. So depositional landforms are number 1, stalactite, stalagmite, columns, and 2 more, it's halactite and halagmite. It's very new for you, halactite and halagmite. Now Lapids, Ponos, Poljes, sinkholes and Karst valley are erosional landforms created by the effect of groundwater. Stalactite, stalagmite, columns, halactite, halagmite are created by the deposition of sediments through groundwater. Means groundwater is must. Groundwater is very important. Okay. Now, different location of karst topography. One more thing is very diagnostic and important for that. The bed of limestone. The bed of limestone, if the bed of limestone is thin, if the bed of limestone is thin, that type of beds are not applicable for different landforms, for stalactite and stalagmite. Okay. Now, if a bed is thick, more and more thick, that type of thick beds applicable for the formation of landforms like stalactite and stalagmite. So thick bed is applicable. Now, different locations. There are many locations of stalactite and stalagmite in our world. Okay, in India also, in Maharashtra also. Now, in world there are different locations of stalactite and stalagmite caves. And for the study of cave we use speleology. Speleology is a branch of geology. Now, stalactite, stalagmite caves in India. Stalactite, stalagmite caves in all over world. The largest stalactite, stalagmite cave in our world is, I think it's mermaid. It's mermaid caves. It belongs to United States. Okay, so it's mermaid caves. Okay, there is a space. In United States. Now, there are number of locations in our India. I think in Gujarat. Gujarat is favorable for stalactite, stalagmite caves. Now, in Gujarat, it's nearer to the, now it's Chhattisgarh, it's nearer to Madhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh is also favorable. So, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Gujarat, famous for stalactite, stalagmite caves in India. So, there are three main states for stalactite and stalagmite. It's Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Gujarat. Now, one more largest cave. It's 70 meter. It's 70 meter means it's more than 200 feet. We call it Sun Dung. The cave is Sun Dung cave. Okay. I don't know about the exact country applicable for that, but the name is Sun Dung. It's the largest, means it's 70 meter. Okay, 70 meter. So it's 70 meter cave, and it's one of the important and largest cave in our world, and it's very attractive because there is a presence of limestone with stalactite, stalagmites, and different columns. It's very attractive. So this is about the different locations in world and in our India for karst topography or limestone topography. So guys, अगर आपको ये लेक्चर पसंद आया है तो इसे ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. देखिए, इतने लेक्चर अपलोड करने में ऑब्वियसली आपको भी पता है कि दिक्कत होती है, लेकिन मैं अकॉर्डिंग टू मी जो भी बात करता हूँ अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, और जो भी बुक्स होती है उसको रेफर करने के बाद जो एक्सप्लेन करने का मुझे सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलता है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, इसलिए ऑब्वियसली मैं वो करते रहूँगा. लेकिन मुझे भी आपके तरफ से ऐसा लगता है कि आपने मेरी हेल्प करनी चाहिए, और हेल्प करना मतलब आपको कुछ करना नहीं है. आपको क्या करना है, आपको सिर्फ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना है, और किसी भी जियोलॉजिस्ट को जो फ्यूचर जियोलॉजिस्ट है उसे आप शेयर कर सकते हो. थैंक्स अ लॉट. फिर मिलेंगे.